Yeah, what a weekend it was, filled with buzzer beaters and home runs for the Sun Devils. Both teams were on the road, but let's start with a matchup a little closer to home down in Tucson, ASU and number 7, Arizona. Well, it might be the biggest weekend in quite some time for Sun Devil baseball. Arizona State came in and swept Arizona at home for the first time since 2019. The Sun Devils are now 5-1 in Pac-12 play and are firing on all cylinders. On the opposite end of the ball, arguably the biggest get in Oklahoma linebacker Clayton Smith. The five-star recruit was ranked number 23 in the country out of high school, but played sparingly in his years at Oklahoma, appearing in just 8 games over 2 seasons. He is the program's nation-leading 25th Division I transfer addition. It was a sloppy start to the weekend for Sun Devil baseball. Arizona State surrendered 10 unearned runs en route to a 16-6 loss to UC Irvine. A couple of positions later, it's Jemiah Neal, like a pair of old jeans, fading away but still tough as ever. He tickles the twine. Devils within a point. The Sun Devils will take on North Dakota State in a midweek single-game matchup. The Bison have gotten off to a slow start, going 1-7. Their most recent loss coming to a San Diego State team that ASU swept earlier in the season, and UC San Diego at the Tony Gwynn Classic. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows for Coach Dillingham. The Sun Devils lost a couple of big names to the portal, including Arizona native Connor Soley, a former 3-star recruit who had 52 tackles in 30 games with ASU. Top of the second inning, Wyatt Crenshaw, Oppo Taco, 2-run home run, 5-0 ASU. The Sun Devils will hope to quiet those UC Irvine bats in Game 2 on Saturday and Game 3 on Sunday before heading to Stillwater for 2 games against Oklahoma State the week of spring break. The Devils will have to play their second straight game on the road against a top 10 team. In their last matchup, the Sun Devils led at half by 5, and they stuck around to the last 3.5 minutes where they failed to score a single point. And there's a big fish still on the market. Former Florida commit Jaden Rashada visited Tempe last week. Rashada's father, Harlan, also played for Arizona State, and 247 Sports says the Devils are favored to land the number 6 quarterback in the class of 2023. Here we go again. Arizona starts to pull away. Alonzo Gaffney brings him back to down 3. Waning moments of the second half. Neal, no, but a little Cambridge to Cambridge connection. We've seen it all season in Tempe. Boy, is that a thing of beauty. The Devils will now turn to the road. They'll face UNLV for a single game this week before traveling to Berkeley to continue Pac-12 play against Cal over the weekend. ASU will have to find a way to close out this matchup better than the last. One bright spot from the last game was the play of freshman guard Austin Nunez. He had 10 points off the bench and was one of only 3 ASU players in double digits. But you gotta let DJ cook another long-range 3. And that sets up this. 2.9 seconds left. Desmond Cambridge from backcourt lets it fly, and it drops in. Sun Devils 89, Arizona 88. We were in the house of the kitty, but ASU might have had that dog in them Saturday. They win it, and their tournament hopes are still alive. Hey, thanks, Marnie. If you're an ASU football fan, today was a long time in the making. Kenny Dillingham has been the head coach at Arizona State for exactly 66 days, and he's already brought in some of the best transfer talent the Sun Devils have ever seen. But today was not about a transfer, it was about the newest ASU commit, Jaden Rashada. The 5-star quarterback from Pittsburgh, California, previously decommitted from Florida and formally announced today he will play this fall in Tempe at his father's alma mater. According to 247 Sports, Rashada is the 11th highest rated recruit in the history of Sun Devil football and the 4th highest quarterback. He will join Notre Dame transfer Drew Pine and junior Trenton Bourguet on the roster at the quarterback position this upcoming season. Locally, the Suns host the Hawks tonight at 8, looking to keep their good mojo from the win on Sunday, and the Coyotes have the rest of the week off. They'll face Minnesota next Monday at 7 p.m. With sports, I'm Aiden Blanc. Top of the second inning from Smith's Ballpark in downtown Salt Lake City. We get a wonderful look out at Park City and some of the gorgeous mountains that make up this valley. Sun Devils have certainly had a lot of success in this state this weekend, going for their 3rd straight victory. We go to the 8th spot in the order, and Kian Vu hits a line drive and a clean little single out to left field. Great piece of hitting from the right fielder who gets the start today. He subbed in on Friday, did not see any action yesterday. This is his first start of the series, and he reaches to start the second inning. In just less than 2 innings, it's been 4 hits for the Devils. And we mentioned 4 of the first 5 batters in the first reached on base. Now Trey Newman, the catcher, another new starter. Takes a curveball inside, misses 1-0. Trey has not seen any action this weekend. This is his first at-bat of the series. Playing catcher today in for Ryan Campos, who has the day off in left field. Fastball checked his swing, and it goes flying over the awning that protects the upper deck here at Smith's Ballpark and out of play. Count settles at 1-1. Quick check back to first. Vu, one of the speedier guys on the team, slides in safely. Trey, the redshirt junior from Scottsdale, squeaker through the left side. It gets past the third baseman Fry, and then the shortstop Flaherty. Little bouncing ball, weak ground ball that escapes both the infielders to advance Vu to second. Put Newman on with the 5th hit of the day for the Devils. We turn the lineup over for the first time, and here's why. Crenshaw. Devils did that yesterday, too. They went through the lineup about 6 times. They did it on Friday, too. Willie has not been very eager to sub guys in late, even as they go through their 5th and 6th at-bats. Wyatt Crenshaw's only seen 1 pitch. He put it out to right field over the fence. Now takes one outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Wyatt's moved into that leadoff spot in place of Luke Keishel, who moves a little farther down in the lineup. Swing and a miss way out in front of a changeup. Count goes 1-1. Keishel was moved out of that top spot because he wasn't hitting as well as you want someone at the top spot to hit, but he's hit incredibly well from the cleanup spot. 1-1, 2 runners on. The pitch low. It escapes the hand of Kopp, and it allows both runners to advance. Kopp didn't know where it was. I think you call that a pass ball. Puts Newman on second, Vu on third. So all of a sudden, nobody out and a pair of runners in scoring position. Crenshaw 1 for 1 with that home run last inning. On the third base side of the rubber, Jones steps off. Resets that pitch clock. Looks for the sign, has a high set, now lowers to the belt. Kicking a deal. Little tapper back to the mound. Looks back the runner at third, fires to first. Best case scenario on the mound for Merritt Jones, and he retires Crenshaw a big out. That's the first out of the inning, and now it's Nuke Contrades who will try to bring those runners in. Score the put out 1-3. New struck out last inning. Righty hitter back in the box, in on the plate. Back up the middle, a chopper right to Jones. He snares it, throws to third. They got him dead to rights. In a rundown, Vu's in trouble. He just gives himself up. However, it does allow Contrades to go to second, and Newman goes to third. So at the end of the day, they just give up the out. Runners go to second and third, 2 out now. You call that a fielder's choice. Very weird one, but a fielder's choice. And another good guy to have up with a pair of runners in scoring position is Ryan Campos. He walked in his first at-bat. We mentioned he's walked in 4 of 7 at-bats these last 2 days in Salt Lake City. righty, stands a little further up in the box, checks his swing, and takes a curveball that drops on the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Campy stares down Jones, ready for the second pitch of the battle. Jones still dealing for the third base side of the rubber. Misses on a fastball outer edge. The count 2-0. Already action in the Utah bullpen. This very well could turn into a bullpen day for them. Campos digs in. Offset stance. Lifts the bat above his shoulder. And has a curveball that drops in for strike 1, 2-1. Outfielders back to their normal positioning. With the wind blowing from right to left field, it is strong. You can see the Utah flag and the American flag out in left center field blowing mightily. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Campos hits a fastball into right field. It escapes the glove of Webster. It is a base hit. 1 run is in. Right behind him, the trail run. Contrade scores, and the Devils have put 2 more runs on the scoreboard. It's now 4-0 Arizona State, less than 2 innings into this game. So Campos, who had his hitting streak taken away yesterday, thanks to 3 walks and a hit by pitch, has another hit. And time has been called as Kopp goes to talk to Jones out on the mound. If only to give him some time at this point, because Jones has worked himself into some very bad mojo these first 2 innings. And as we mentioned, there is action in the Utah bullpen. If Jones can't settle this Sun Devil lineup, he will be yanked. Utah comes in with a record of 7-11. This was their home opener, or at least this weekend was their home opener, so they're 0-2 at Smith's Ballpark, 0-3 in home games, and 1-4 in Pac-12 play. Remember, they had a 3-game series that they lost 2 of 3 to Washington last weekend on the road. Devils are just 2-0. This is their Pac-12 opener. Here's Luke Keeschel, double in his last at-bat. Little number off the bat. It goes right to second on a line, and Webster gloves it for the final out, but the damage is absolutely done. Devils able to get 2 runs on 3 hits with no errors and 2 runners left on base. An inning and a half in the books in Salt Lake City. Arizona State off to a terrific start of this Sunday afternoon. They lead it 4-0. You're listening to Sun Devil Baseball on Blaze Radio.